Christmas is nearly here, so I'm going to show you a great way to impress everybody and make your own ham. I've got a fantastic ham here. It's a Ritchies Masters of Meat ham. It's an Australian product. So if you're going to go out and get your own pork, make sure it's Australian. So to start, we're going to do a honey glaze. Now I've just gently warmed this honey up in the microwave, just to make it a little bit runny. It'll just allow it to bind together with the oil a bit easier. Oil and the honey, just stir it in. It'll take a little bit of effort. Now if you do some research, you'll notice that oil isn't often used in glazes, but I find it just gives a more crispier exterior on your hand, helps the fat to caramelize a little bit more. And then we've got to prep the leg. So I've got the hock down the bottom here. We're going to separate the hock to the top part of the leg by just putting a clean straight line, running it all the way around and joining it up around the other side. And this just allows us to separate the two so we can have a fancier looking ham. Now sometimes you may get lucky and just be able to use your finger and just lift the skin up. Oh, this smells really smoky. This smells wonderful, this ham. You can see, just lifting it off, using nothing but my finger at the moment, up to the point that we've cut the line. Now, if all went well and we cut right through, we shouldn't have any problems at all. Now here's where we want to get a little bit fancy and impress everybody by doing nice, even score lines across the fat. And this is how you get that really Christmassy look to it. And then do a crisscross and go the other way. So now we take the cloves and we stud in the middle of each of these diamonds that we've created. So the next stage, I've got a tray lined with a little bit of baking paper. And we're going to put a fair amount of our honey glaze on there. Be quite generous at this stage. And just use a little pastry brush. Brush it down just to control. Make sure the honey doesn't drip off. So this is really going to help that ham caramelize. Get some of that fat to render down. And one important part is to wrap the hock with a bit of foil. And this will just stop the bone from burning. Double check your honey, see if you've missed any places. So I've got a really good coverage of honey over this ham. I'm going to put some water in here. This is just going to help it cook, get a bit of steam happening. While it caramelizes, it'll help tenderize a bit more. It just makes it a little bit easier to clean up after. And then I've got some fennel seeds, which now that we've got the honey on there, these fennel seeds will stick on there. Now I'm going to get this into the oven. And every 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to get some more of this honey glaze onto it, so it gets a really deep caramelization. We'll come back in a minute with the final product. So our ham's been in the oven for about 2 hours now, so all that's left to do now is dress it and carve it up.